Are you scared about leaks or uncomfortability?
I got you, baby girl.
Worry no more. Soft Care got you.
Stay fresh, stay confident, choose Soft Care.
This is the Presspoint with Beatrice Mutia and Chris Wahome.
And happy festive season to you, our viewers across Kenya, across the continent, and across the world. Thank you for choosing the Presspoint. My name is Chris Wahome.
I am Beatrice Mutia, and it's great to have you tonight. So as the country continues to reflect and celebrate, critical questions continue to be raised about the state of press freedom and the safety of journalists in Kenya.
And with that, I hope you're talking about the incident that happened earlier.
Yes, that was so sad, and I hope that those who are responsible will be taken into account.
I'm sure they will.
Yes.
It's going to be a great show tonight. And to help us unpack this giant of press freedom, tonight we are joined by Modesta Nasemiu, the chairperson of the Media Council of Kenya, and Peter Kimutai, the government spokesperson. It's going to be a great show.
That's right, and they'll be answering questions concerning the ongoing harassment of journalists.
What do you say? Get the show started?
Yes.
Start sending your tweets at Chris Wahome.
At Beatrice Mutia.
The hashtag is the Presspoint. And now,
Let's get started.
I have no answers to your questions, young lady.
And madam, is it true that some of the money has
Press freedom in question as journalists face harassment.
Hope and Peace. Congo and Rwanda sign a peace deal in Washington, D.C.
Another coup shakes Guinea-Bissau as military detains president.
welcome. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Nixon Ochieng. Now, concerns over press freedom continue to grow as cases of harassment against journalists are on the rise.
In the latest incident, a journalist was attacked while on her line of duty, renewing fears over the safety of media practitioners and the shrinking space for independent reporting.
Now, the incident has drawn condemnation over media watchdogs and human rights groups who say such actions undermine the public rights to information.
Here's Rosa Tieno with a detailed report.
Cases of harassment against journalists continue to raise concern over the state of press freedom as the role of media remains critical in holding power to account. Journalists are increasingly becoming targets of harassment. In a recent occurrence, a journalist was attacked while covering allegation of embezzlement involving a local politician.
allegations that are being made against you true?
The journalist, who was on assignment to gather facts and the public reactions, was reportedly confronted and assaulted by the politician's bodyguard.
And madam, is it true that some of the money
Drop the mic down. Go down. Tell it.
Witnesses at the scene say the journalist sustained minor injuries and their equipment were damaged during the confrontations.
Journalist alikuwa attacked, alafu vitu zake kama kamera ziliharibiwa, alipigwa, aliumizwa vibaya.
The attack has sparked concern among media practitioners and human rights groups who say such actions undermine press freedom and the public right to information.
This has violated the freedom of media as enshrined in Article 33 and 34 of Constitution.
Media watchdogs have condemned the incidents, calling for thorough investigations and protections of journalists.
We are closely watching and documenting every individual and officers who intimidate or interfere with journalists. They will be held accountable.
We call upon collaboration of other media houses, the KICA, KUJ, IPOA, to identify the profile of the security officer and to hold to account.
Similar incidents have been reported where journalists were harassed during the coverage of anti-government protests and the controversial echoes of war played by Butere girls. These incidents have raised concern about the safety of journalists and the shrinking space for press freedom. Rose Atieno, reporting for LMC TV.
The Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda have signed a U.S. brokered peace deal aimed at ending years of conflict in eastern Congo.
The Washington Accord was signed at a summit hosted by U.S. President Donald Trump. It commits both countries to reduce military tensions, withdraw forces from the border, and strengthen security coordination.
And as Nixon Ochieng reports, the agreement is being hailed as a major step towards stability in the region.
The leaders of the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda have signed the Washington Accord, a peace deal aimed at ending the long-running conflict in eastern Congo. The agreement, signed at a summit hosted by U.S. President Donald Trump, is being hailed as a major step towards stability in the region. The deal commits both countries to reducing military tensions, with Rwanda pledging to withdraw forces near the border and the DRC agreeing to strengthen security coordination. A joint monitoring mechanism will track ceasefire violations and push armed groups towards disarmament. Earlier this year, the M23 rebel offensive seized large parts of eastern Congo, displacing thousands and deepening tensions between President Felix Tshisekedi and Paul Kagame. President Trump has been praised for his continued mediation efforts.
The biggest vote of thanks goes to President Donald Trump.
However, at the signing, the two leaders avoided a public handshake, raising questions about whether the conflict will truly end. Ochieng Nixon, reporting for LMC TV.
And moving on, Guinea-Bissau is facing renewed political turmoil after soldiers stormed the presidential palace and detained President Umaro Sissoco Embalo.
The military, led by General Otta, announced a one-year transition to civilian rule, claiming the move was necessary to restore stability.
The takeover has drawn swift regional and international condemnation, raising fresh concerns about democracy in the coup-prone Western nation.
Lauren Nyanchama has more.
Guinea-Bissau has been thrust into political turmoil after soldiers stormed the presidential palace on November 26, detaining President Umaro Sissoco Embalo and announcing a new military command. The junta, led by General Otta Enta-A, declared a one-year transition before elections, saying the move was needed to restore stability. But critics argue it marks another setback for democracy in a nation long plagued by coups. Regional bloc ECOWAS quickly condemned the takeover, rejecting the timeline and warning of sanctions. The United Nations echoed those concerns, calling the coup a grave violation of constitutional order. On the streets of Bissau, reactions are mixed. Some cautiously welcome promises of order, while others fear deeper instability. Since independence in 1973, Guinea-Bissau has faced 9 coup attempts, 5 of them successful. Lauren Nyanchama, LMC TV.
All right, we're going to take our first short break here on the Presspoint. But before that, let me start with you. What do you think about the issue that happened earlier? Is that the state of press freedom in our country?
Personally, it's painful to see a journalist being harassed because it's an assault to press freedom, as enshrined in Article 33 and Article 34 of the Constitution.
And what is your take on the same issue?
I understand that the incident was against the law, but at the same time, the journalists should not act like bandits at the way they handle these cases.
Did you just call journalists bandits?
Not really in that perception. What I'm trying to say
perception, because we heard you saying that.
What I'm trying to say is that the journalists, they tend to intrude the privacy of the leaders, which is, for us as the government, we cannot intrude that, protect that in our matters, according to the law.
Okay, hold that thought. We're gonna take a break here, but before that,
Coming up, Kenya turns to private funding for major power infrastructure expansion.
Every great journey begins with a single step. At Afebora Enterprises, we believe in people, potential, and progress. We are committed to healthier lives and stronger communities. Afebora Enterprises, empowering lives today and tomorrow.
At Rosa Bakers, every bite tells a story of freshness, quality, and love. From our soft, freshly made bread every morning to our delicious cakes and pastries made with care.
Are you looking for a university to study your dreams?
Look no further because Moi University has got you covered.
We offer a variety of courses from diploma,
Undergraduate,
postgraduate,
and doctorate.
Apply to us via official website at www.mu.ac.ke.
Or apply via KUCCPS for September intake.
Moi University, the foundation of knowledge.
Welcome back. Kenya is making major strides in energy infrastructure with a fresh boost aimed at improving power transmission across the country.
A new $311 million private partnership has been signed, targeting enhanced grid reliability and greater use of renewable energy.
The deal involves key international partners and marks a shift toward privately funded energy projects.
Anamoy Mahasmo.
Kenya's power transmission sector is set for a boost after KETRACO signed a $311 million public-private partnership with the consortium led by Africa 50 and the Power Grid Corporation of India. The privately financed project will deliver 2 high-voltage transmission lines in western and northern Kenya, strengthening grid reliability and supporting renewable energy from wind and geothermal sources. The private partners will design, finance, build, operate and maintain the infrastructure under 30-year concession with no public funds committed and payments made only after verified completion. Treasury officials say the model protects public finances while supporting industrial growth and lowering electricity costs. Anna Moy, reporting for LMC TV.
Manchester United's defensive woes continues in a thrilling 4-4 draw with Bournemouth at Old Trafford.
The host led 3 times but could not hold on, with substitute Eli Junior Krupi scoring a late equalizer.
Manager Ruben Amorim admitted the team must tighten up defensively to turn attacking flair into wins, as dropped home points slowed their climb up the table.
So it's everything together. It's not a mentality thing. It's the understanding of.
Kenya's Sebastian Sawe has been crowned World Athletics Male Out of Stadium Athlete of the Year 2025.
The 29-year-old went unbeaten, winning the London Marathon in 2 hours 2 minutes 27 seconds and Berlin in a world-leading 2 hours 2 minutes 16 seconds.
He also claimed the World Marathon Major Series title.
All right, business is done, sports is done. What do you say? We continue with our interview?
Yes. So, as the Media Council of Kenya, what do you do, or rather, what actions do you take when you receive news of journalists being harassed, just like we witnessed the other day when one of our journalists was attacked?
First, we report the case to the police. Second, there is an insurance cover for the journalists. They'll be compensated for everything. And as the Media Council of Kenya, we urge them to report in any case such an issue occurs.
And you are part of the government, and during the swearing in, you swore to protect the constitution. How is the state doing, or what is the state doing to protect that, such that freedoms of the media are protected?
Okay, the government has enacted laws to protect the media personnel, and again, we've partnered with organizations like the UN so that we can counter such threats like the incident that occurred. And again, on the other point, we ask the media personnel to be keen on how they tackle these matters, as they can't just intrude certain limits.
And what are some of the actions that the Media Council is doing to stop this? Because we have seen journalists being also attacked during the protests.
Okay, the case is rampant also during election. You people witness that even when a prominent leader dies, when we are reporting matters of corruption, they shock us, and we are documenting these things. We are documenting them actually.
Speaking of documentation, we witnessed the government switching off some of the TV stations during the demonstrations. Don't you think that that is a violation of press freedom?
You may deem that as suppression or violation of press freedom. You know, the journalists tend to sensationalize everything, and you know, such things inside the public and causes unrest.
But tell me, how is filming of Maandamano insightful? Because they could be hiding, you know, the killings. So how is that bad?
you know, when you focus, you know, cherry picking of ideas and specific videos, you don't know what happens behind the scenes.
Yes, okay, wait. And that's why the BBC emerged and reported the blood parliament that they documented.
So what are your final thoughts on this whole issue, and what can you tell journalists out there who feel violated while doing their work?
Okay, thank you. My thought is this issue must stop of harassing of journalists. And I urge the journalists that their work matters, they are the backbone of the democracy, and as Media Council will stand for them. In any case that emerge, we'll be on their side always. Thank you.
What about you?
Okay, maybe I can just advise the media to still be keen on what they are doing, and they should not intrude the leaders' privacy without their consent. You know, that's the case that happened. They intrude the leaders' privacy without their consent.
Let me read a comment here that has been sent by Aroi. It says that the switching off of televisions is not right, and it is clear a suppression of press freedom because it shows that the government is trying to hide the things that they do in the dark.
Lucy here also says that the press freedom should not be denied. It is the mirror of the society.
Okay, we think our director is telling us our time is up. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure having you here.
Yes.
Chris Wahome, and have a good night.
I'm Beatrice Mutia, and happy festive season.